It's live. Can you see me? Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
Oh, I don't even have the phone. The microphone. The microphone's on.
Oh, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I don't need my phone. I've got a microphone, sucker. What? Yeah, actually, that'd probably be good. No, I can see the comments here. What's up? Oh, I don't like the, here, let's turn the echo on. What's up, healers? Marina Simone here with my microphone. It's actually not my microphone. It's actually my daughter, Madeline's microphone, but I figured we could use a prop today. Sip and slay. Okay. This is going to be so much fun. I'm really not going to use this thing the whole time, though. Hello. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to get this shared. Okay. Don't be talking back to me. I want you guys to get this shared, get this shared, get this shared. Share it in your chat, share it in your team groups, all the things. And the reason I'm telling you that is because if you share this, share it in the comments, because I am going to give away 2 of these Sip and Slay mugs. Yeah?
Pointing to the microphone.
I was pointing to the microphone?
No, because you just had the microphone. I was like, oh, microphone?
Me? I don't know what she said. Work wifey's funny. But anyway, 2 of these. So if you share this, share it in the comments. And obviously share this. We are going to announce those 2 winners next week on the live video that we do. And we have the winner of the $100 cash, who I'm super excited to announce, Celica Gaytan. Congratulations, my love. Celica, C-E-L-I-C-A, Gaytan, G-A-Y-T-A-N. Congratulations. Please make sure you email support@momsandheels.com. There you are. I see you, boo. I see you. There you go. Girlfriend, you want $100 cash from me? So make sure you email support. Email support. Yes? Yes. Let's get in the good. Some of you are probably like, yo, this chick is crazy. What are we talking about today? We're talking about leaders, right? We're talking about leadership and signs of a crappy leader. Now, I just want to preface this by saying, holy crap, I was a crappy leader before. I'm going to keep it 100 with you right now and let you know that I was a crappy leader before. So what I want you to know is that I am telling you things today to help you avoid doing the crappy things that I might have done, or the crappy things that I might have thought were leadership that I realized in my 10-year now career in network marketing was actually crappy leadership. So I think some of you thought that I was going to come on here and start talking smack about leaders. I'm going to talk smack about the type of leader that I used to be. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you about the things that I thought I was supposed to do as a leader, that I thought I was supposed to do for my team. And I really thought that I was like this drill sergeant and everybody was just supposed to listen to me. Let me sip and slay real quick. Yeah. So what I want you to know is that that's not how it has to be. And if you've experienced crappy leadership, I want you to know that that's okay. And that if you're afraid to have a team because you are afraid that you're going to be a crappy leader, that's okay too. I want you to know that crappy leaders are just really awesome leaders that are still in training. That's what I want you to know right now. Okay? I want you to know that if you have a crappy upline, crappy leadership, or you've been crappy, or you are crappy right now, I want you to know that there's hope, because there was hope for me, and I was a crappy leader. I was just a true leader in training, and that's okay. So really what I want to do is I want to share with you some of the crappy things that I did as a leader that actually kept me stuck in my leadership process, that kept me stuck from growing, that kept me stuck from getting past 6 figures. I don't know. Some of you might be on here and be making 6 figures and you're like, I want to get to 7. And I don't know why I can't get to 7. That's what I thought. I was like, why can't I was always I, right? So let's talk about signs that you're a crappy leader and signs that I was a crappy leader. and why we need to shift that, shall we? Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I know a lot of you right now have people that you're thinking about in your head, and you're like, oh shit, Boo Boo needs to hear this. I'm going to tag Boo Boo Kitty in the comments. Let me just tell you, that's crappy leadership. Don't be tagging Boo Boo Kitty in the comments because Boo Boo Kitty is a crappy leader, because that makes you even a crappier leader because you're tagging them here saying they need to hear this. That's not what I said to do. I said to share this. Now, when you share this, and if you are going to tag somebody on this, make sure you're sharing with them why you want them to see this. And then, so this way they're not like, damn, I got tagged by Jane because Jane thinks I'm a crappy leader. I want you to tag somebody and be like, hey, I'm tagging you in this video because it was so awesome how Marina admitted she was a crappy leader before she became a 7-figure earner, or before she became X, Y, and Z, right? Or before she whatever. And I thought it was super inspiring. I thought we could all grow together. Okay, so let's do this, shall we? So I'm going to talk about 4 main things that I did that made me a crappy leader. Number 1, drive-by enroller. How many of you have had that? Drive-by enroller, right? Don't feel bad about tagging people. That's not what I meant. I meant for those of you that are like thinking of people that are like, Boo Boo Kitty's a crappy leader. She's a crappy leader. I'm gonna tag her. And like you like have bad blood with somebody. Don't be tagging them on here as like in your face. Instead, I want you to tag the people, right? I want you to tag the people that you want to see this because you want to grow together. That's all I meant. Don't be tagging Boo Boo Kitty because you don't like her. You know what I mean? Yes, you can tag yourself. If you're a crappy leader, tag yourself. I'm proud of you for acknowledging that you're a crappy leader. Bravo. So here's the thing. Number 1, help me out here, guys. Drop this in the comments section so that I could feature you up here so I don't have to type and talk at the same time, because that's just too much coordination for me. But drive-by enrolling. How many of you have been enrolled by someone before and then they're like ghosting you, or you've enrolled into a community that maybe oversold what that community was going to be, and then that's not what the community really was, right? So you drive by enrollments, okay? Been there, done that. I remember I just thought because somebody enrolled, and I wasn't doing it on purpose, right? It wasn't coming from a malicious place, right? But I just assumed that, well, Jane enrolled with me into this network marketing opportunity. So of course Jane wants to make money, and she's going to figure it out because I had to figure it out because I didn't have any help. So I had to figure it out. So she's going to figure it out, and I'm just going to be here for when she calls me. And boom, I'm going to continue on finding the next person. Now, does that mean you need to get on a 4-hour Zoom with somebody to launch them? Hell to the no, boo-boo. Please do not be doing that. However, that doesn't mean that you enroll somebody and then you're like, good luck, yo, have a nice day. We can't be doing that, okay? So if you're a crappy leader, you drive by enroll people. Been there before. So now instead of drive by enrolling people, I find out what Shannon wants. Shannon, I'm so excited you enrolled. Tell me, what do you want to do in your first 30 days here? I want to know where she's at. I want to know what she wants. Then when she tells me, I can guide her. And then I'm going to say, hey, here's our launch. Here's launch. Every like 72 hours, I'm going to follow back up with that person and see how they're doing, right? So we don't want to just enroll and assume. And so I think a lot of you are probably doing that. You're assuming that somebody's just going to get it like you did, and not everybody is as cool as we are. No, I'm just kidding. Not everybody's as good as we are. All right. So 1, we don't do that. Number 2, crappy leaders are only money focused. I'm going to take a sippy for that one. I'm going to take a sippy for that one. Let me tell you why. I thought the whole point of network marketing was just to make a lot of money. And so I was always focused on making a lot of money. And everybody that came in here was going to make a lot of money. And if they weren't making a lot of money, then they really didn't want this. Okay. Not everybody is money focused. and you're probably turning people off with the money conversation. Just had this conversation with a client today, and I said, make money from your phone. Like, enough with that conversation because it's so lame. Like, we don't need to have that conversation anymore. You want to know why? Because it's not attractive. Make money from your phone. Like, what makes it different? What makes it unique? Where's the emotional connection? And so, as crappy leaders being money only focused, you're only going to attract people that want money and that want it easily. And then you're going to really teach your team the same thing because the behaviors are going to be wrapped around being money only focused. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, when I talk about unrealistic expectations and support that you're not getting or giving, I want you to understand that everybody has a different system. All companies are different. There's different styles of leading. And that doesn't make what I'm saying make other leadership bad, because there are very successful leaders that probably lead their teams completely different than I do. Totally cool, right? I'm telling you what hasn't worked for me and what made me a crappy leader and what I'm telling you to avoid. Yes or yes? Okay. So unrealistic expectations and support. I was someone that when I was growing up as a kid, like both my sisters had like blonde hair and dirty blonde hair, and their dad was blonde, and he was my stepdad, and my mom had remarried. And so I felt like an outsider. Like, I felt like I didn't belong. And I felt that same way in network marketing in my first and second company, where I felt very alone. And some of it was me, but some of it was also the culture and the community. And so I think that because of that, when I became a six-figure earner in network marketing and with my brand, I had these unrealistic expectations that people were supposed to do everything that I did to get to where I was. And I kind of was mimicking the support that I had. I wasn't doing it intentionally, but like, I didn't realize that I had built the way I built, but I had these unrealistic expectations for someone to come in and do what I did. And so I realized that I had to set real expectations for the newest person that comes in, right? Realistic expectations. But I also had to find out what they wanted and not what I wanted, right? And then I had to create an environment where no matter what they wanted, they felt supported. I didn't want anyone to feel like they're the ugly duckling because they didn't want to make millions of dollars, because they weren't a product guru, because they weren't a certain way. I didn't want to make my team feel like they were in a box, right? I didn't want them to feel like they were in a box. And so if you have these unrealistic expectations for yourself or for your team, you are acting as a crappy leader, and you are an amazing leader and training. Okay. And the fourth thing is being production only focused leaders. Ooh, hashtag guilty. Are you guilty of this? Drop hashtag guilty. I'll explain it. We want duplication. We want high sales. We want a lot of recruits. We want our team to multiply. We want, right? Like, we want all these things. And so it's very easy. And I see a lot of leaders getting caught up in this, only celebrating those that are producing, only celebrating the top enrollers, the top customer getters, the top rank advancement, the person that hit a quadruple, double, triple diamond in 5.5 seconds. But then we forget about the behaviors that we should be celebrating because we're so production focused. And what ends up happening is we end up, this is what happened with me, intimidating a team that's not ready to step up, intimidating people that are not ready to have the desires that we have. We need to celebrate the behaviors and not just the production. And so that was a really big shift for us because it was always like, here's a top five, top five, top five. And to be honest, I was never in the top five. So that was stuff that used to turn me off, and I was doing it, right? I want to celebrate every single person that's taking a step forward in their business, that's taking a step forward, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, whether they had an aha moment, whether they did a behavior, something that's going to move them forward. So I ask you, if you want all these things, are you developing yourself at a higher level? Like, are you truly developing yourself at a higher level? I knew I wasn't. That's why I joined masterminds. That's why I hired coaches. That's why I literally put myself in a room where I was the person making the least amount of money because I wanted to grow. And I still, to this day, always put myself in rooms where I'm making the least amount of money. And you have to think about if you're not developing yourself into becoming a better leader, whether or not you have a team, it doesn't matter. Start developing the skill sets and qualities of leadership now. So when you do have a team, that team that you're bringing in, you're creating the secret to a successful, sustainable business that's built brick by brick. And the secret is creating the right culture where leaders can develop. Right? Not only do you need to develop yourself, but you need to create a culture where these leaders can develop on their own organically. So how does that happen? Celebrate other people's wins, right? Put other people on a pedestal. Stop trying to be the one always that gets the recognition. Because at the end of the day, you really want to be successful. You really want to be the top. You want to be this incredible network marketer who has this incredible team. It's got to be your people on stage. It's got to be your people winning, your people being on calls, your people getting recognized. And you're forgotten because you have so many people winning on your team. It doesn't matter if your name's being mentioned. This isn't a you business. This is a we business. Would you agree? Well, here's the deal. I don't care what your rank is. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care of any of the things. I truly believe that leadership is going to start with the basics. It's going to start with back to the basics. And I think sometimes we can forget the basics because we're so focused on ranking and money and all the things. So here's what we have done for our Lead Slayer Challenge, right? Our Lead Slayer Challenge is $27 for 5 days of live coaching with me. I am going to bring you on live Zooms, and we are getting back to the basics of what it means to prospect with integrity, prospect without feeling sleazy, and to start mentoring and conversations on social media so it doesn't feel icky when you ask for the sale or icky when you ask if they want to take a look at what you've got. So we are going to live prospect with you during this 5-day Lead Slayer Challenge. And it's starting April 21st, but the early bird is available right now. You can go to leadslayerchallenge.com. If you guys wouldn't mind dropping that into the comments for me, leadslayerchallenge.com, because we're going to get back to the basics. We're going to get back to the basics. And so whether you are brand spanking new, whether you've been doing this for a minute, I want to show you what the basics have created in our business. I want to show you in real time what it looks like when I prospect. How's that sound? Okay. So leadslayerchallenge.com. Again, share this with your teams. You can share leadslayerchallenge.com with your teams. This one, $27 is going to expire, I believe, Thursday or Friday, and it's going to go to $47. So grab the $27 ticket while you can. There's a VIP option where you can prospect with me for 3 days after the Lead Slayer Challenge. You'll see that's a $97 option. You get some other cool prizes with that as well. So go ahead and we will announce the winners next time I go live. For those of you that shared, I love you guys. I hope this was happy. I hope this was helpful. And I just want to remind you, you won't stay a crappy leader as long as you continue to work on yourself. You are a leader in training every single day. So am I. We've got this. I love you guys. Bye.